Hello once again, this is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network, and thank you for attending this video presentation. And once again, this is a very exciting opportunity. Today's webinar video is we're gonna talk about the Grove Resort here in Orlando, Florida. And we've been promoting this for the past year, and we have some very good turnouts. First and foremost, on a personal basis, I am buying one of these properties. So very exciting. As a matter of fact, to be honest with you, I feel that of all the investment properties that I've purchased over the years, I have to say that this purchase has I've been the most excited among all the properties, and the reasons are varies, of course. Once you hear the presentation, you will clearly know why. So basically, I'm sort of in a pre-retirement mode. That means my retirement is approaching, and I am setting up myself financially and realistic-wise in terms of how I'm going to live my lifestyle. And I'm going to briefly share a little bit of it with you. But I know everybody have a different set of lifestyle they want to accomplish. It's all about setting up a plan. The plan that I created for myself occurred years ago, and now is a sort of a culmination of the lifestyle that I desire to have for myself and my family and my wife. So this is my sort of a pre-retirement lifestyle, and I've been enjoying it so far. So I've been telling my investors that the best areas to purchase is a warm weather area where not only you can buy the investment properties for your future, but you can also spend time at the areas where your investment properties are located. So without further ado, my personal top 4 areas where I like to spend my time for the rest of my life and throughout the year is, of course, I have properties basically in all 4 great areas: Florida, Texas, California, and Hawaii. So I have a vacation condo here in Hawaii, which I spent a lot of time on for the past a year and a half here in Honolulu, outside Honolulu in Oahu. So so I'm really very blessed in enjoying my life, but it took me a long while to get here. And for investors out there, is a matter of creating a plan, creating a lifestyle, and just have a dream and have the motivation to get there using real estate. So really, throughout the year, I could really spend a couple of months here and there, a couple of months in Hawaii, take advantage of my investment, my condo there, and California. Of course, this is sort of my home base, still here in Bay Area, and where most of my clients are located here in San Jose. And of course in Texas, I spend a lot of time there as well throughout the year, a few months. And finally in Florida, I will be able to not only own this high cash flow, high appreciation growth resort potentially for the future, but also have the opportunity to live in my unit for a week at a time or a couple of weeks at a time throughout the year. I could literally go there like 2 or 3 times throughout the year, take advantage of these amenities they have here in the Grove Resort, and of course the great Disney World. All right, so enough about myself. Okay, this presentation is all about you, whether you are willing to incorporate this condo hotel Grove Resort as part of your real estate portfolio accumulation. All right, so I'm speaking on behalf of Gillen and Associates and Nick Arbeck from the Grove Resort Consultant. And so let me tell you what's going on with the updates. It's extremely exciting. I just can't wait to take advantage of this investment. It's just really honestly, I'm so excited. And some of you heard my presentation about the Grove over the past year, but some of you have not. So here we go. This is the most recent current update. So, and here are the big picture of the resort. Let's talk about Orlando first and foremost. is 68 million visitors last year in 2016, which is the most of any city in the world. Wow, this is amazing. And of course, they have daily flights, 875 daily flights to go in and out of Orlando, taking 95,000 passengers. This is totally mind-boggling. Orlando is ranked number one in a U.S. city to own an investment property. 4.5% employment growth, 11% increases in home value since June 2015, and 3% population growth. And all these are very important metrics for investment purposes. And the source is gobankingrates.com. Orlando home values is expected to increase 5.7% in the next year, highest among the U.S. top 100 metro areas. Very, very impressive indeed. And in terms of logistical and transportation and how it is going to impact the economy and the local economy here in Florida, this train that they call it Bright Line is going to, in about 2 years, it'll connect people from Orlando to all the way down to Miami, the main hub. This is Orlando, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami. These areas are very, very let's say they are there's a lot of wealth in this area. Very people with a lot of money hang out in this particular region of Florida. So next 2 years, so we have a train service that could bring you back and forth to these locations. Is a game changer in terms of transportation needs for the residents of Florida. Very exciting. Employers, Orlando, other than, you'd be surprised, other than Disney World, they have a very diversified economy, and they have a lot of high-tech companies are located in Central Florida and in Orlando. And of course, as you can see, Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando. Then you have the high-tech companies, Lockheed Martin, defense contractors, Dalton, the restaurant chain, SeaWorld, Florida Hospital. There's a lot of medical industry located in Central Florida due to the high number of retirees that are relocating to Florida. And of course, you have Siemens and high-tech companies, then Westgate Resorts, hospitality and entertainment, and high-tech industry and the medical industry, all located in the Central Florida, Orlando area, making this region very, very high growth. Okay, condo hotel, this is what I'm talking about. The Grove Resort Residences, and of course you have other hotels located throughout the Orlando area, Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, Trump, Soho. So clearly there's not enough resort condo hotels to accommodate 64 million people coming to Orlando every year. So as a matter of fact, there's a shortage. So this is a true resort in every way, shape, or form. The Grove is such a great value, and it will. I'll present that throughout this presentation. All right, so here's the high-level big picture. So many great things. Existing construction. Here's what's happening. The Safari Water Park is under construction. Will be completed in early of 2018, early next year. So once that happens, the hotel rates will continue to go up along with everything else. And the Grove Resort is located only 3 miles from the back entrance of the Disney West Gate, right? So isn't it amazing? I mean, even for adult like myself, I love to go to Disneyland, Disney World. That's just not only for just for children. It's so exciting to go to these attractions. There's so many of them. Wow. Anyway, so here's what's happening with the development phases associated with the Grove Resort. Phase 1A started, like I said, back in last summer, 2016, and there are 3 phases really. Total is 878 total units for buyers, for investors. So phase 1A, 184 units, is only a few remaining, as you can see down here. If you look at the south and southeast portion, that's the Disney World. So if you see the view, you can, if you see the open view, you can face south southeast, which is the Orlando. You will see most likely the fireworks at night in Disney World if you're located one of these units. Not all units of you can see the fireworks. Not all the units have a best view. Some units have a better view than others, depending on the price ranges, what is available, and so forth and so on. So phase 1A is almost done. Phase 1B is now selling, which is 108 units remaining. They're selling very quickly as usual, and the price point increases each and every time. When we started the phase 1, right at the beginning, the lowest price unit is around 264,000, which is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1338 square foot. It is, I don't know, I don't have the exact price point. You're gonna have to talk to Gillen and Nick Norback for that. But each phase the prices will increase fairly significantly. Okay, so phase 1B is now selling 108 units, which is right here, right on this corridor, on this section. So phase 1A already sold, or this big chunk of this quadrant already almost all sold, and this quadrant will be selling in the next few months throughout the rest of this year, most likely. Then phase 2, which is going to be a higher price point, right? The early bird gets the worm, right? So the earlier you get in, you will lock in at your price, and just as your units are under construction, you will most likely have some equity growth as well. Wow. Okay, phase 2 is another set of 293 units under construction to be released in throughout 2018, right here on this quadrant. And then finally, the last phase, phase 3, the remaining 293 units, is to be released in 2019. So we got about maybe 2 to 2.5 years more before everything sold out. So it's important for you to create a sense of urgency and pull the trigger as soon as possible so you can lock in on your price. Okay, so let's move on. All right, and here again, another graph showing the 1/4 of this project has been sold, and they are very consistent. As you can see, it all started out last year in April, and then 200 units were sold back then last year. Then it's a gradual, gradual increase. All right, so here's a drawing rendering of the water park. Oh, I can't wait to enjoy the water park myself. Yeah, so of course the over here is the safari pool, very large pool. You can hang out all day long if you want to. After a hard day at the Disney World attractions, you come back and relax at this resort. So just enjoy on the pool. And then over here is the 2-story slides. A lot of fun. You can slide down all the way from the top all the way to the water. And children's play pool is right here. And then the longboard bar and grill. You can grab a margarita or pina colada, which I like, and grab a drink and come back to the pool and chill out. And then nice bar. And then E is the Flow Rider, which is the right here. The Flow Rider is the only resort in Orlando hotel that have this type of a Flow Rider surf simulator later. And of course, the Safari Lazy River, right? You can sit on this this round bubble thing. Forgot what you call it, and just the water will slowly take you in this right here, Safari Lazy River. We're a lot of fun. All right, let's go on. So, full feature water park coming early next year. Okay, here are these water slide. All right, Flow Rider. For those of you that like surfing, you can do that. A lot of fun. And here's the fireworks every evening coming out of Disney World, and hopefully your unit you can view that. And I'm not gonna go over too much of it. You can stop and pause on this graph on your own. It just kind of tell you on the Grove Resort in terms of competing with other similar condo hotels, resort hotels out there. What are the apple to apple comparison, if you will. But even then, it's not really apple to apple comparison. A lot of these resorts, they are nowhere near the value that you get at the Grove Resort. Some of these are older. They don't have as much amenities as Grove. But take a look on your own. So there's a lot of we'll do our best to provide you with some historical data to compare on a numerical basis of how attractive the investment opportunity here at Grove. But suffice to say is the average occupancy throughout the year, throughout 2015, 2016, 2017. Some months are higher than other, like the spring time. There's always high occupancy because the college students they have a spring break, so that's why the occupancy for March is like 85 to 90%, which is great. Surprisingly, sometime during the summer, in June, the occupancy is not as high. It's kind of interesting, but it's very consistent throughout the year. So at the end of the day, the occupancy rate for this kind of condo hotels, luxury type, is 80% for 2015, 83% 2016, and 2017. The data brings you to March. So the occupancy rate is very, very attractive. And the daily rate, this is a little bit not apple to apple comparison, meaning all these competing hotels along with the Grove, they they are not really luxury. They're not really condo type. The square footage is lower. They don't have enough amenities. That's why they only charge around the low 200s. But because the Grove is higher square footage and much more luxury, I think not much more, a little bit more, you should expect to charge around $250 per night on the lowest condo floor plan, which is the two bedroom, two bath, 1,338 square foot. If you can charge 250, especially when the water park is done, that is a very reasonable expectation. So finally, on this graph, you compare the Grove Resort versus the other competing condo hotels luxury type. You will see Grove Resort have more. They have the arcade that many other resorts does not have. They have surf simulator, and they have the lazy river and the water slide, which the other competing resort in Orlando does not have. Everybody have pool, everybody have fitness center, business center, 3-meal restaurant, and very good hotel rooms. Okay, so okay, let's move on. This is the same slide as before. All right, Orlando occupancy, like I said, is very consistent. Now, I just bring this particular side. I want you to bring the attention to you that what I'm trying to say is, some of you are asking, what is the worst case scenario? What if economy tanks or the real estate market or whatever crash? How is it going to affect the occupancy rates with the Orlando? So of course we cannot predict the future, but we can only go with the past. During the financial crisis, during the recession back in 2008, 2009, in Orlando, occupancy rate is still fairly strong at 60 to 66%. All right. So you shouldn't really worry that much, even under worst case scenarios. So Orlando always gonna do well, economically speaking, entertainment wise, because it's such a high value vacation for most people in the world, not just from the U.S. that come to Orlando. All right. So as you can see, 2014, 2015, 2016, very consistent occupancy rate of more, average of 75% or sometimes higher. Okay. All right. So that's very reassuring to know that the risk is not as high as some people think. That if you have a 60%, the worst case is a 60% occupancy rate at the hotel rate the ongoing rate, you should have at least break even cash flow, even under the worst case situations. All right, so that's very, very reassuring. So again, Orlando has clearly outpaced the nation in terms of average hotel occupancy for obvious reasons. Okay, 82% in this area of Orlando, Lake Buena Vista area, and versus International Drive. So 82% is around the Grove Resort locality. All right. So, and here is something you really need to pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you. We are this Orlando project that was the owner of the Grove Resort is BTI Partners, and they purchased the building around 5 years ago from a distressed developer at a substantial discount, like 30% discount. They purchased this building, which back in the old days, because Grove purchased this resort, this incomplete resort at that time, 5 years ago, from this previous distressed developer at such a cheap price. The value and the savings are passed on to the investors. That's why you're buying a $300,000 to $350,000 luxury condo hotel at such a cheap price square footage, which is only $235. Now, this is clearly apple to apple comparison, meaning we're talking like 1,200 to 1,600 square foot, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, or 3-bedroom, 3-bath luxury condo with all the amenities I just mentioned on an apple-to-apple comparison. If you were to buy similar units, for example, okay, you're getting $235 per square foot here at the Grove, but if you buy something similar in Miami, you will pay, instead of $300, $350, right? You're paying like $800, $850,000, right? In Seattle, $1 million. If you buy a similar unit in Los Angeles, a little bit more than $1 million. Same with Chicago, in San Francisco, right? The similar unit with similar amenities is like $1.7 million. If you buy a luxury condo in New York for 1,200 to 1,600 square foot, as I mentioned, $2,133 per square foot. We're talking like $2.7 billion. Okay, 10 times more than at the price of Grove. And yet, all these other cities, I rather go to Disney World to buy my unit instead of to these other locations, wherever, New York, San Francisco. One more thing that is not mentioned in this slide, in this particular slide, something you really need to understand. Planet Hollywood, another similar luxury condo that are under pre-construction phase, as well as Margaritaville here in Orlando. They are about to on a pre-construction phase. Their square footage price is somewhere around $800 per square foot. So I've done my research. So the reason why Planet Hollywood and Margaritaville is 3 times more is because they have a supposedly a name value. Margaritaville, for those of you know music, is Jimmy Buffett. The great musician Jimmy Buffett. I follow him all these years, Jimmy Buffett. The name of his signature song is Margaritaville. So he's using his name, his famous name, to upsell his condo hotels. That's why they overcharging buyers. But anyway, the value is way below market value. You're buying a Grove Resort like 30% below cost, which is shocking and amazing. That itself will make this a good purchase, let alone the potential for appreciation and the tremendous cash flow you're getting to buy at the Grove. All right. So, am I very clear about this? I believe this particular slideshow is the most valuable that you are going to find out. Right. So you're not going to find any anywhere in the world a luxury condo for 1,300 to 600 square foot for $300 to $350,000. It just is not happening ever again anywhere in the world. Not in Hawaii, not in the Caribbean, not throughout the U.S., not in all these locations: Miami, Seattle, L.A., Chicago, San Francisco, New York. Doesn't matter. Okay. And the other vacation condos in other places, they don't have near the amount of amenities and the surroundings uh, that they have here in the Central Florida, Orlando area. All right, so I rest my case. All right, and uh, all right. Here at the surrounding Orlando, world-class shopping, very high-end shopping. There are a lot of malls throughout Orlando and Central Florida. Orlando premium outlets, Disney Springs, all these high-end retail shops, Prada, Coach, Chanel, whatever. Okay, amazing. All right, once again, the resort site itself, the Grove. In addition to what I just mentioned, we have meeting rooms, Alfredo Market, a grocery store inside the hotel. There's a lobby bar. One's a very 3 or 4 star restaurants, Valencia restaurants, pool and grill, Lake Austin Lake. Here we can talk about more about that. The lounge, they have a spa, massages, everything. It's just one stop shop. Okay, all these great restaurants, food areas. Okay, full service hotel. Okay, everything is brand new, professional, managing for the children, for the family, for adults. Anybody can take advantage of Grove Resort. Here's the Alfredo grocery store, and then over here is the bar, the spa down here. We talk about luxury, 300 grand luxury. You can't. It's just shocking. You take a $300,000 purchase price, any vacation condo throughout the U.S. I look at I watch a lot of realistic shows. HDTV, right? They have like beachfront bargain hunt, and they have like Hawaii Life and Mexico Life and House Hunting International. Uh, all those realistic shows, where they show a family, a couple buying a $300,000 vacation resort at the Outer Banks in North Carolina, or at the Gulf of Mexico in Texas, or But you look at those condos. I'm not that impressed for $300,000 or 350, whatever, because those areas are kind of isolated, right? It's just not too many things to do. But and anyway, Grove is just clearly above and beyond anything else you see out there in anywhere in the world in terms of value. Luxury hotel lobby, daily housekeeping. They will clean out the room for you. Everything just like a luxury hotel. You own the unit. You're the owner. You are the undivided interest owner of a luxury hotel. Hey, you own your unit. So concierge, the word concierge tells is a high class, right? Wealthy, high class, world class concierge. Free shuttle to Disney World every day, every morning. Of course, it's another rendering of the front side of the hotel. Again, relaxing, tranquil. Oh, I love those massages. Oh, so nice. Private cabanas, poolside food service. This is high lifestyle. This is quality lifestyle. Once again, the water park that we talked about before, and of course you can do you can ride the Lake Austin, right? You can pedal down the swan boat, ride the go float, a lot of fun. Fishing tour, kayaking. This lake is right outside the building. Great outdoor activities, and of course you can do in a couple's room, manicure, pedicure, massage in treatment room or in your room. Wow, this is amazing. This is first class service. Look, the great looking restaurant, the Valencia. Then they have a chef, executive chef Antonio Estremera. He will offer fresh caught local seafood. I love seafood, and great steaks, pizza, everything. He bring the influences of Italy, Spain, and France. Wow, you have a executive chef at your disposal. And first and foremost, this is not your typical hotel room. Even a hotel room in a nice hotel cannot compare to the fully furnished 2 and 3 bedroom suites, right? Luxury condo hotel rooms includes TV, window treatments, artwork, linens. Look at this. This is amazing for the value of your money. Refrigerator, kitchen, stainless steel appliances, granite counters, and washer and dryer. A kitchen, and you can even see the fireworks from Disney World from the lanai in the balcony of your room. Nice spacious floor plan. This one is the smallest unit. I do not know the exact price point of this unit. 2 bedroom, 2 bath, the lowest floor plan at the Palm. 1338 square foot. Nice design, as you can see right here. Okay, 2 bedroom, you can accommodate at least two people per bedroom, or 1 person per bed, or 2 person per bed. You can easily accommodate 4 people, right? If somebody bring extra 1 or 2 people, they can sleep on the sofa. Imagine a family and friend or group of people with 4 to 6 people reserving a room here and only pay $250 to $300. That is a good value, all right? And people are more than willing to do that to living in this nice area. In fact, let's go over a quick video of the floor plan. Okay, so again, I do not know because the price changes all the time. The lowest floor plan, I think, is a price at the mid 200s. Could be 280, 290. I don't know. Don't quote me. You have to talk to Gillen and Nick about it. But this is the second floor plan, also 2 bedroom, 2 bath, but a little bit larger. Total square footage is 1,448 square foot. So nice design, as you can see. Take your time and pause this slideshow if necessary to evaluate this floor plan in detail. Very, very nicely done, very spacious, accommodate a lot of people. So just go ahead and hear the video. The birch, 1468 square foot. Okay, and so that was the other plan, the higher up, and this is the third plan. Yes, mine. This is a 3 bedroom now, 2 bath. Total square footage 1468. Okay, and then finally the last one is the SABLE. This is the highest floor plan. The price point is somewhere in the mid 300s. Total square footage is 1,614 square foot. Wow, this is amazing. It can accommodate, a party of 2, 4, 6 people or even more. So Anyway, okay, let me see what else. There's a video for this also, so just hold tight. Let me play the video. The SABLE, the highest floor plan. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, let's talk about BTI Partners, the organization behind this particular kind of hotel. BTI Partners they are one of the world's top organization. They won a lot of awards, as you can see, and they have a large portfolio at the bottom, as you can see. All right, so very, very reputable. They have done. I mean, I'm not gonna go over this one by one. You can take a look at it. They've won so many awards over the years in terms of how they manage their business. So very, very credible, very professional, and very successful. This organization. World-class hospitality benchmark is the property management. As you know, property management is the key for investment property, and benchmark is the world among the world's tops in terms of luxury condo property management. They've been doing it for many, many years. They are managing resorts, 75 plus resorts from around the world. Throughout the US, as you can see here, Japan and the Caribbean. You know, they have like $3 billion in assets under management. There's just so many recipients of many industry awards and accolades. And of course, they also manage the Orlando's number one property, which is the Villas of Grand Cypress. Just an example. Benchmark, they do professional management, four diamond full service resort, and superior service, guest service, flexibility, room quality. They are the tops in the entire resort industry. So benchmark sales strategy, as an owner, you do nothing. Marketing wise, the Grove Resort will do everything for you because they have a system in place that will bring in the customers. They have the global call center, they have the wholesale and tour operators they connect with, a lot of networking from those organizations throughout the world. They have a global sales team, and they have the Grove Resort also have their own internal sales team. They go through Expedia, Booking.com, Trivago, Hotwire. They have a travel agents consortia connections throughout the U.S. and the world. So they get a consistent marketing ongoing, and they will bring in the vacationers into your unit. All right, and here's all the tremendous amenities and recreation and lifestyle they have going on. The benchmark experiences. All right, and see, in all the marketing they do on an ongoing basis, everything's turnkey. You need to do nothing. You don't do nothing other than enjoying your unit for others and even for yourself for your own vacation. You can stay at your own unit, of course. The amount of time that you are staying at your own unit, you're not gonna receive rental revenue, but it's okay. You still gonna be doing fine because of the 78% occupancy rate will bring you the positive cash flow with 25% down payment. Multi-million dollar advertising campaign, so you should be very comfortable about what they're doing to bring in customers for you, vacationers. turnkey condo hotel rental program. Here are some of the partial expenses you expect to share. Standard rental program, because they do so much for you and do it professionally, do it in a resort kind of luxury manner. They get it's a 55% revenue split to owner. You keep 55%, and the property management keep 45%. Nightly rates vary, of course. You saw the numbers throughout the year, throughout all the months. Benchmark Hospitality, over 30 years of experience. And another fee you have to pay on a monthly basis is the HO fee, HOAs, which is deducted from the rental revenue based on the past year assessment. Obviously, the lower cost unit, you pay lower HOA, which is $529, right? And the floor plans. So here are the HOA fees on depending on which unit you're buying, right? So those are HOA fees including electrical service, water, sewer service, pest control, exterior building insurance, telephone service, high-speed internet, cable, television, all covered under this HOA. And some additional miscellaneous expenses you have to incur is your billable maintenance, $35 per hour, plus material, housekeeping services, $40 to $135, homeowner insurance, $84 a month, property taxes, around $500. But I will show you the complete cash flow analysis toward the end of this presentation. So just keep that in mind. At the end of the day, the numbers make sense in terms of the return of the investment and cash flow and those kind of things. Okay, I will cover that momentarily. So let's finish up. So own a piece of paradise, owns a piece of magic. Okay, again, you can stay at your own unit as long as you want, as short as you want, knowing that no rents are being collected at the time that you're staying at your own unit, but which is fine because the number still works out based on the occupancy rate throughout the year. All right, that's pretty much it on this presentation. I'm not done yet, so I'm going to go over the pro forma. Again, this cash flow analysis is just a projection, okay? And it could change anytime. But I'm doing the best I can. I don't even know. This is the lowest unit. This the 1338 square footage. I'm projecting 295K. They could be higher, could be lower. Price changes all the time. But I'm just giving you an estimation. So assuming you qualify for financing, the condo hotel loans are a little bit different. You cannot go to your loan agent to do this. We have an in-house lender. Her name is Francine. She will help you with the financing. Is a unique. The rate's a little bit higher than normal. But still the number makes sense. And so if your purchase price would be 295K, which is the lowest unit available, so 25% down payment, which is around 85,000. Closing costs around 10,000. So your total out of pocket is around 96,000. I know that's not cheap, but it's all about the benefit and the value associated with owning this property. So, all right. So the annual gross monthly rent on this lowest price point unit is around $7,500 per month, which equate to around $250 per nightly rental, which is pretty reasonable based on the data I just went over with you. All right. So, and as you can see, the most important thing you understand is the vacancy rate is 20%, which is occupancy rate around 80%, fairly realistic. So therefore, so your gross rent for this unit is $7,500 minus your monthly, which we already went over earlier, briefly over. Okay, you can see equal, which is very key, important right here, monthly net cash flow of around $825 net monthly cash flow. We're talking paying off your HOA and the property management fee 45%, and the other miscellaneous expenses plus minus your mortgage, right, of $1,232. You know, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, all everything's all calculated. So your net cash flow monthly were 825, right? So very, very attractive. So the cap rate, let me go over the more important financial indicators. Rent to value ratio is very nice, 2.5%. Cap rate is 8.4, which is very, very good. Cash and cash return 10%. Return on your investment 22% when you factor in the 3% appreciation that I projected over here, which is quite low if you ask me. Okay, so all the numbers are clearly stated, although this is not official, it's merely a projection, but it works, right? So here's the bottom line. The bottom line is uh, the recap and the summary is this is a unique situation. It's not your typical investment property. Some of you are newbies that may not understand the value of doing something like this, but the others who you are savvy, you understand the presentation, you see the value. So a good appreciation potential, good value. You buy it below market value in one of the best location, right, for vacationers in here in Orlando. So I love it. I'm gonna really enjoy my unit once it gets completed, and I'm gonna spend a couple of weeks, a year, maybe more, and the rest of the time rent it out for and enjoy for others. So good long-term investment and a lot of opportunities. All right, thank you so much. If you are interested to look into it, contact myself or Jim Gillen or Nick Auerbach. Okay, Norbeck. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Sorry for this long presentation, but uh, please take your time and listen to a presentation at least once if necessary. And I'm sure at the end of the day, this will be a very good investment for you folks. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.